Alright, so this is the third part of the tutorial, of the cube tutorial. And now we have already solved the white side and these two layers here, these two layers. And our goal is now to solve the yellow side. So if you're not at this stage yet, I suggest you watch the last two videos. And when you're here, come back to this video and we'll begin. So now you can be at in one of multiple situations. So you can have, you could be very lucky and already have the yellow side done, but this is very seldom. So what's more probable is that you if you look at the edges of the yellow side, so you have the yellow side here, middle, of course, everyone has that. Now, it could be that, like me, you only have a point here and no edges. This is the first case. The second case is that you have two edges as a corner, like this, or here, just anywhere there is a corner. Then there is the possibility that you have a plank, a line, this or this way, it doesn't matter. Or you can have a cross. So all four yellow edges are there. So I suggest you watch every situation, and I will come to your situation eventually, because we will work our way up from this to the cross. So our goal is the cross. And I will just start here, and this is a pretty easy stage because we always have to do one move, and it's called the plank move. And after that we have to do the fish move, and you'll see why it's called that. So we start with a point. If you don't have a point, just wait, I will come to you later, or just skip the video a little bit. So we see a point, we hold the cube anyway, just with the yellow side up as always, and we hold it in the hamburger position, because the hamburger move will be contained. What we first do, we open the garage, as you remember. So it's always here with the right finger, we open the garage, and then we do the hamburger move. And after the hamburger move, we pull back with our finger so that we have a line here again. And then we can close the garage again. Yeah, and then I will just repeat it for you. So just a second. Here, we're here. We open the garage. We do the hamburger move. We pull back. So it's a line, and then the garage closes. And after that, if we had a point, now we have a corner here. As you can see, we have a corner, a yellow corner. This we ignore, we just look at the edges. And this corner, now you may have the corner directly, of course, after solving the first two layers directly. So now you're at this stage, and we turn the corner to the top left so that it just faces this way. What we do now is just the same thing again. It's again the plank move. So you will see why it's the plank move. So just what we did, the same moves. We open the garage, we do the hamburger move, we pull back, and this line we close again. And now, if we had a corner, now we will have a line. So here's the line, and if we have the line, we just do the move one more time. So this is now the plank move. It's the same move again. Now you just see why it's called a plank move, because it's a plank here. So we open the garage, we do the hamburger move, we pull back, and we close the garage. And now we will always have some form of cross with some corners here. And I suggest you just do the steps that I just showed, and when you're here at this cross, we'll continue. All right, so you have the yellow cross again, and there are multiple variations of the yellow cross, but don't worry. In every variation, you have just to do the same move. It's called the fish move. You will see why it's called the fish move. And we just have to know where to do it depending on the situation. So we will do this by visualizing. So this we call a space glider, because this looks like some space glider from Star Wars, which shoots into these directions. So this is the first variation of the cross. If we see that we have a space glider, and we always let it glide to the left, and then we look, where is it shooting? If it's shooting to the sides, so it's kind of shooting outwards, then we always put the shooting side to us and the space glider to the left. So we hold it like this. And now we do the fish move. The fish move, we can just remember, fish has something to do with food, and food, we always have the hamburger. So we start with the hamburger move. Then we pull one more, and then we do the hamburger move, but with 2 pulls. So we do the hamburger move, but pull 2 times until the white side is the whole line again, and then we just have to pull it down. And this is the fish move. And why is it called the fish move? Because after this, we always have some kind of fish. Now, if you had another cross, if you didn't have the space glider, I will come to your variations now. So this is the next variation. It's also a space glider, but this time it doesn't shoot to the sides, but it shoots in front. And as I mentioned, it always has to shoot at us, so we hold it like this, so that the space glider shoots at us. Now we do just the same thing that I just showed you. We do the fish move. So hamburger, then we pull one more, then hamburger with 2 pulls, and down again. And we have another fish. Now we'll come to the next variation. So the next variation is that we have a cross, as always, but only a cross and nothing else. So these corners are not yellow. And now we look at the yellow cornerstones here at the sides, and we see that 2 face in the same direction and 2 in a different direction, so to the sides. Then what we always do, the 2 that face in the same direction, they face to the left. So those are our marks. They face to the left, and then we hold the cube like this, and we do the fish move again. So hamburger, one more, then hamburger with 2 pulls, and white side down, and we have a fish again. Now the next variation. Right, so the next situation is that we have a cross again, but with shooters kind of, with the yellow corners that face in opposite directions. So just like this. What we do then, we just hold the cross so that they face to the sides, like this, or of course like this, it doesn't matter. And then we do the fish move again. So hamburger, pull, hamburger 2 pulls, and down. And we have a fish again. And now comes the next situation. So the last situation is if we have a cross again, and it looks like an 8. So here we have an 8. And then what we always do is we position the 8 so that it kind of looks diagonally up to the top left and kind of bottom right. And then we look at the corner here. If it faces us, it's correct. If it doesn't face us, then it's not correct. So it has to face us. And then what we do is just, as always, the fish move. So hamburger, pull, hamburger with 2 pulls, and down. And now we have the fish. This is the final stage before solving the yellow side. We have a fish. Our goal is always the fish. And after we have the fish in the next move, we can solve the yellow side with the fish move again. But this is now, there are two possibilities here. So either we have a fish, we always let the fish face to us. So the fish looks at us, either like this or this. And then we look, does the yellow side shine on us? If yes, then we're holding it correctly. If no, then it's not correctly. So we hold it like this. Now in your case, it could also be that here there is no yellow, but there is yellow here. So it's kind of on the right side. I will explain that in a second. But now first we have the side where the yellow points at us. So if the yellow points at us and it's on the left, we always do of course again the fish move, but we do it on the side where the yellow faces us. So here in this case we have to do the fish move just on the left side, but just mirrored what we did the same. So we just do the hamburger on the left side. So it goes like this. Hamburger, it always starts with the hamburger. Then we pull one more. This is now all from the left side. Then we do the hamburger with 2 pulls. Then you see this is the white side, and of course it goes down. And we have solved the yellow side. And the second case is we have a fish and the yellow shines from the right at us. So not here, but here. And the fish always points to us. Then we just do the regular hamburger move on the right side. The fish move, I'm sorry. And it starts with the hamburger move. Just once again. Then pull. Then up. Pull 2 times. And put it down. And we have solved the yellow side. If you want to improve your speed of solving the 3x3 cube and become a real speed cuber, or maybe solve all of these crazy cubes, then you can just have a look at the description of this video, and there will be a link to a course that will be very helpful. All right, so this is how we solve the yellow side. As you can see, most of the time there is something to do here. You could get lucky and the whole cube is already solved. Then congratulations, of course. But most of the cases, here's something unsolved, and we will cover all of these cases in the next tutorial. And until next time.